Hi everyone, my name is Manohar. In today's IT world, we constantly hearing about CI/CD. What is CI/CD? The main concept attributed to CI/CD are continuous integration, continuous delivery, continuous deployment. So I for integration and D for delivery or deployment. CI/CD is a method that frequently deliver applications to the customer by automating or automation into the different stages of application deployment. And to implement CI/CD integration, we need to integrate our source control management tool. Here, GitHub, you can use different tools like Bitbucket with the CI tool, which is Jenkins here. You can use other tool, that is Bamboo example. So in this video, I'll explain how to integrate Jenkins running on localhost with GitHub projects in relate to like automate trigger for Jenkins build job instantly whenever there is a git commit to our git repository. So let's see how actually that works. Let me open another diagram. So Jenkins uses a webhook. A webhook is a way for an application to provide other application with a real-time information. So mean that whenever there is a, if we set up webhook in between two, when there will be a change to the GitHub, it will send or pass trigger to the Jenkins, and Jenkins application will build the changes and send the build status for that commit. Now let's go through the lab. First check the Jenkins server status. Minimize this one. Open the Jenkins server. So here we see that, make it clear. So my Jenkins server up and running, Jenkins also up and running. Jenkins default port is 8080. So let me find out the IP of this Jenkins server. So this is the IP that you see. Now let's connect to the Jenkins server to move a little bit. So my Jenkins server IP address is this one. Default port is 8080. Go there, connect with the user ID and password. Now I am going to create a new job or project. So here new item, going to give automate webhook job, create a freestyle project and click on OK. Now source code management section, I am going to select Git. I need to pass the Git repository that I am going to use. My repositories are this one, hello Jenkins Java. So if I click on code, I can get this one. Let me copy that repository. So this is a public repository. Then I can go to build trigger. Build trigger section, you will see that this option, GitHub hook trigger for Git SCM polling. So SCM is source code management section. So what does that mean? So if we select this one, that means if there is a Git push or commit into the source repository which are defined to this repository here, Git repository, it will trigger polling. So it will do polling here. So now click on save. So now let's go to the GitHub section. So here go to settings, then you will see that there is the option for Webhook. Click on Webhook and then add Webhook. So normally you will get this webhook from here. If I go to Jenkins, go to manage Jenkins, configure system. There is a section for GitHub here. So if your Jenkins server running into public network like any cloud, AWS, RDS, or like any other, if there is public domain, then you can just go there, advanced section. If you select this specify another hook URL for GitHub configuration, and below there you can see that URL, copy that URL and get into webhook, pass there. Always remember this backslash at the end, you need that one. Now this section here, which events would you like to trigger this webhook? Just the push event and activate. If I click add webhook, so if I go down here, you see that webhook relation did not complete successfully. If I click there, that is not successful. So web could not deliver this payload. Why this is happening? In my case, Jenkins server is running in the local network behind net. The IP address for this Jenkins server that you see, this is private for the public domain. Other case, GitHub, this is public. So therefore I am getting that issue. Therefore GitHub cannot access my local Jenkins server. But if you run Jenkins into public domain, then you will not see that issue. Okay, other thing to note here, that if you cannot see this GitHub option here, you need to install plugin, GitHub plugin first. So for that, what you can do, you can go to Jenkins, you will see there is a manage Jenkins and manage plugin. Go there and you can search here. GitHub, and you can see. So because I already done that one, so I cannot see that one, but in your case you can see that plugin and you can install that plugin first. So now let's talk about the issue that I am having here. So how I can resolve this issue. So to resolve that issue, I am going to use SocketXP. So if you go to their page, you will see that there is an option, this one here, GitHub webhook relate to your Jenkins server. So I am going to use this document here. If I click that, there is the issue that I am facing. So I'm going to use SocketXP Webhook relay. So first thing first, so download and install XP client. So I have already downloaded software. If you go open a new, so if for Linux system, my system is Linux, so let me do that again. There is no harm. So software is downloaded. Next, you need to connect to your account, because here you see that it's showing socket login and that key, authentication key. So visit the SocketXP portal to get your authentication token. So I can open this link. So here, after click that one, I need to log in with GitHub. I'm going to, you can create a new account. I did not try, so I'm going to connect to the GitHub account. So now, if you look here, tunnels, there is no tunnels yet. But authentication token, I can see this one here. So copy that code. So my login is successful. Then next task is create a secure tunnel. So create a secure tunnel, we need to use this one. So in my case, SocketXP connect, I'm going to Jenkins IP, this one, copy, so you see that it's a connect, and I can see that there is my public URL. So I need to use this one. So let's go to the session here and we'll change it to, okay, so now we are going to use that URL here. Content type, I did not change that one. Here is just the push event and update webhook. I can delete and create a new one. So I delete that one. Add webhook. This. You need this backslash here. Just the push event add webhook. When that is done, you can see that this hook has never been triggered, but it's a good sign it is working. So what we can do, so you see that it is a green tick here. Now if I click that one, see recent under recent deliveries, and response is positive. So you can see the payload section. So now let's do some changes here. To make a change, what I can do, I can just change the readme file. And if I go to readme file, edit that one, some, where is that? Doing change to test Jenkins and GitHub our integration. So let me save that one, commit change. If I go to Jenkins, go to the job that we created, you see that it's pinged that new jobs came here. So if we refresh, we can see that. So if we see the log, console output, you can see that it's successful. So let's try again. So if I go to my repository, do another change, edit this file, and I put test again, commit the change, go back to Jenkins tab, see that it's coming on the job. So you can check console output from here. So it's a successful. So now let's go to my repository. If I see the status of Webhook section, to validate that one, if you go to Webhooks, here if you click this Webhook, and you will see those all recent deliveries. If you click there, you can see the responses are green. So that means it's successfully working. Now you can get the details also here from that polling log. So you can see changes found. So hope you get a good understanding how actually you can set that up to integrate in between Jenkins running in your local network and GitHub running into public network. Thank you. Thanks for watching.